If everyone would like to take a seat, we'll get started in a second. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to York Technical Institute's spring graduation. It seems like only yesterday, even though it was 20 years ago, that I attended my first graduation at a technical school as part of the staff. And though there have been over 50 since that time, graduations still remind me a lot of what it was like to be as a 5-year-old at Christmas time. There's that special kind of excitement. The excitement you... Excuse me? Okay. There's that special kind of excitement, the same excitement you felt when opening presents on Christmas morning and seeing all the hopes and dreams of the previous year come to reality. Even now, just like Christmas, I still get excited even a month before. It kind of starts as the graduates start filling out their co-op requests, and you talk to each one of them, and they begin to tell you how their hopes and dreams have come to reality and the positions that they'll be going to when they leave YTI. And then as graduation draws closer, the excitement builds even a little bit more as you try to build just the right words to say at graduation. I mean, after all, this is our last chance to pass out some of those golden nuggets of wisdom before you leave us. And of course, in doing all that, there's trying to find just the right quote to impress you, a good joke to try to keep you awake. And since I like music, a song somewhere that the lyrics tie into what the words of wisdom are. Except as time went by this time, I found it harder and harder to concentrate. Kept being distracted by thinking back to the memories that we had together at YTI and the magnitude of what you've accomplished as a student at YTI. And so I'm kind of stuck here this evening. The joke's really not that good. The song's probably too old for you to remember. And probably you're kind of all wisdom out at this point in time. So it's like, it really doesn't work that well. But you know, maybe the distractions that I mentioned earlier, maybe they really weren't the distractions After all, the real importance of why we're here this evening is your memories of YTI and the magnitude of what you've accomplished as a student. And God only knows it wasn't easy while you were there. I know some of us slightly older people have told you how tough it was in days gone by, walking to school, uphill, through 2 feet of snow with no shoes. But I really think you guys kind of had it more difficult. I mean, the technology that you people are learning today is much, much more complex than it was in years gone by. I can remember 20 years ago when I first learned electronics, we had things called vacuum tubes, and they were real big and real easy. If it lit up and it got hot, it probably worked. Nowadays, they put 2 million of those on a little tiny wafer that's the size of a thumbnail, and they expect you on how to figure it out. I think you've had a lot more external distractions than maybe we did in the past. Working 40 hours a week, trying to go to school for 25 hours a week, and even raising a family, certainly a lot more than I ever remember doing when I was a student. And certainly, you've had to do this in a much more unfriendly environment than us. I mean, when I was a student, we had Father Knows Best, Mickey Mouse Club, and Flower Power. You guys get stuck with Married with Children, Beavis and Butthead, and Gun Power at the local McDonald's. But you've made it here anyway. Your perseverance, your focus on your goals has brought you here this evening, and you are all winners in every sense of the word. But not just because you finished, but because in getting here this evening, you've demonstrated all the attributes of what a winner is. You've shown self-direction in your ability to set goals and achieve them, both short and long term. You've demonstrated self-discipline through the habits you've developed, your practice and your persistence. You've shown motivation, desire, and the ability to present solutions to problems and to take risks. You've developed a positive self-esteem, focusing on your successes and consistently reaching to maximize your potential. And certainly the ability to project yourself, as many of you have already proven by obtaining those promising positions in your new career. So I'd like to welcome you this evening to the Winner's Circle. Congratulations. You've earned it. Bask in its glory. But don't forget how you got here, lest it slip away from you. Oh, and by the way, for those who feel cheated that you didn't get the piece of paper I threw away, the punchline was Remember the Alamo. The quote was, but above all, try something. The song was Dream On. And for the wisdom, I really couldn't find anything that compared to what you have shown us during your time at YTI. So thank you and congratulations. Before we begin awarding the diplomas and the degrees, I would like to bring your attention to the program. There are some awards that are listed behind the graduates' names that may require some explanation. You will see some of the graduates received academic honors. This is bestowed upon any graduate who graduates with an overall GPA, grade point average, of 3.5 or higher. Attendance honors is earned by those graduates who, on the average, missed 1 day or less in each term of their study. And while perfect attendance is easy to understand, I'm not sure how many of us can associate with the fact of going to school for 18 months without a single day of being late, a single day of being sick, a single day of vacation. So that's quite an honor. And lastly, before we begin, for those of you who brought cameras and wish to take pictures, please feel free to wander towards the front of the auditorium so you can get as close as you like to take the pictures. Okay? And now, to begin, I'd like to introduce the faculty for the computer-aided drafting and design curriculum. Mr. Jim Haverstick. Okay. Mr. Frank Warner. Mr. Kirby Umholtz. Mr. Michael Tate. Ms. Deb Rosenzweig. and Mr. Brian Greiman. If the computer-aided drafting and design students would like to stand to receive their degrees. Joseph R. Bailey. Cliff R. Carter. Francis E. Cassidy.
How are you doing over there?
Oh, good.
Okay. David R. Deerdorf. Donald M. Dubbs, Jr. Brian K. Foshnak. Sean Patrick Flieger. Christopher J. Gingrich. Christopher A. Kyle. Laura Ann Kraus. Timothy Allen Kuhn. Brandon C. Perry. Lance David Reynolds. Pearl A. Schwartz.
Congratulations, girl.
Craig E. Smith. Michael Marlon Taylor. Aaron C. Thompson. Stephen L. Wyville, Jr. At this time, the faculty has asked me to present a couple of special awards to the graduates. And the first award is presented to a graduate for their achievement in AutoCAD. The recipient not only paced the class in both speed and accuracy, but moved into the highly advanced areas of solids and rendering. not satisfied with simply knowing one way to perform a task. This person consistently investigated alternatives to maximize their use of the program. And as expected, they've already learned 2 different new CAD systems since going out on co-op. In recognition of CAD achievement, Cliff R. Carter. I think many of you already know that design drafting is broken down into 2 major disciplines, architecture and mechanical. The faculty would like to present to 2 individuals, 1 in each discipline, awards for their achievement. Both require a great amount of attention to detail and accuracy, the desire to go beyond simply getting the task done, and the dedication to do research on one's own time to maximize their potential. Whether it was a ski resort or a log splitter, both of these individuals have proven their ability to excel. In recognition of architectural achievement, Craig E. Smith. And in recognition of mechanical achievement, Laura Ann Kraus. The last award is kind of special to the faculty. Each of us measures success differently, but I think one measurement we can all agree upon is that success is measured not by where one is, but from where one has come. This graduate certainly didn't have the easiest road to tonight's graduation, but they're here and they have already started a promising new career. Congratulations. In recognition of academic progress, Pearl A. Schwartz. On behalf of the faculty, congratulations. You've taken everything that they've offered. You've learned all the angles. Oh, God. And you still have your hearing after Mr. Warner's class. We hope that tonight's goodbye is really a see you later, and we wish you nothing but success in the future. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to introduce Mrs. Sherry Getz, the Vice President of Career Development for the Business Division.
Okay. First, to the computerized accounting graduates this evening, I'd like to share a story. This was shared with me by a trade association fellow member a few months ago. A number of years ago, a senior accountant that was lucky enough to have a window to his left in his office in an old line accounting firm never worked on a project without opening his center drawer. He would stare at a 3x5 card that was taped to the bottom of the drawer for about 30 seconds, then slowly close the drawer and face the task at hand with what seemed like an uplifted confidence and attitude. One day he passed away. The junior accountants who were staff members of the firm couldn't wait to see what the old gentleman kept referring to. Finally, his desk was unlocked and the contents of the card were revealed. It simply said, "The debits are on the side toward the window." Some things in life are basic. I'd like to introduce the computerized accounting faculty with us this evening. Cliff Batts. Don Cartwright. Susan Cohey. Nina Robinson. Okay. And computerized accounting graduates, can you please stand? Okay. Our first graduate this evening is Heather L. Cassanese. Jennifer Eileen Cluck. Derek Scott Ham. Gabriel S. Hatter. Jennifer Lynn Keener. David Brian Myers. Donna L. Schellenberger. Wendy L. Stoppard. Angela K. R. Whitman. Charles Giese. Stacy Simon. Okay, some special awards by the computerized accounting staff. First one goes to, while attending York Technical Institute, this student displayed a positive attitude and strong motivational skills to become very successful. Encouraged by fellow students and her instructors, she demonstrated the same kind of motivation to secure a very successful accounting position. In recognition of motivation in a career search, we proudly present this award to Angela K.R. Whitman and wish her the best of luck in her exciting career. It is always rewarding for the staff and faculty of York Technical Institute to observe and share in our students' professional and personal growth. Occasionally, there is a student whose dedication to career, commitment to studies, and overall attitude results in the creation of an ideal candidate for professional progress. in recognition of his personal growth and professional progress, we would like to award David Brian Myers the High Achievement in Externship Award. Congratulations, computerized accounting graduates. Always look left.
At this time, I'd like to introduce the electronics technology faculty, Mr. Keith Brandon, Mr. Alan Fredrickson, Mr. Joe Holland, Mr. Donald Culp, Mr. Jim Stanmore, and Mrs. Tama Allison. If the electronics graduates would please stand and prepare to receive their degrees. And while the graduates are getting ready, I told you I was real excited in the beginning. Sometimes when you're excited, you forget to do things. I forgot to introduce two very important people that are up on the stage with us this evening. Firstly, Mrs. Valerie Baltzley, who is the Career Development Training Assistant, who is primarily responsible for putting all this together. You're welcome. And secondly, the President of York Technical Institute, Mr. Harold Maley. Ready? David John Blocker. Tommy E. Bodkin, Jr. Frank A. Chronister, Jr. Ralph J. Fagan, Jr. Kyle Douglas Gerhardt. Jason W. Gray. William Mark Horst. Christopher M. Kortz. Kanzi Mack. Christopher V. McIver. Christopher P. O'Donnell. Jason Lee Merica.
that when I saw you there.
Michael R. Orth.
Third time now?
No.
Okay. Betty A. Ramos. William Todd Runkle. Keith W. Sayett. Jeffrey E. Smith. Robert Allen Spinella. Eric L. Umholtz.
Take care of it.
Kenneth George Weichel. The electronics faculty would also like to give 3 awards to 3 of tonight's graduates. The first award is presented to a graduate who was best described by the faculty as motivated. He really knew why he was here. He was both responsible and accountable for his training and his actions. Even his dress and appearance set a professional standard for all students to strive for. In recognition of professionalism, David John Blocker. Unfortunately, the recipients of the other 2 awards were unable to attend this evening due to work commitments, but I would like to read their names in the awards. And in recognition of high achievement for customer service, Kelly L. Landis, and in recognition of achievement, David J. Taylor. It's been a long time since you first clouded the halls of YTI with smoke from solder and burning components. But as well as electronics, you've also mastered the ability to learn. This will be extremely critical to you, considering that electronics is a rapidly advancing field where you can be left behind in a heartbeat if you stop learning. The faculty wishes you your best now and in the future and hopes that you continue to learn and grow in your careers. Congratulations. I'd now like to introduce the Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration and Technology faculty, Mr. Thomas Murphy. And Mr. Brian Greiman. If the Heating and Air Conditioning, Refrigeration graduates would please stand to receive their diplomas. First, Troy D. Emsweiler. David J. Miller. Brian J. Mullen. Matthew W. Reed. Justin C. Rust. Andrew J. Smith. Jonathan M. Snyder. Jason J. Zook. The faculty has 2 awards for this evening's graduates. The first is presented to a student for his willingness to learn and his persistence of effort. Described by his instructor as focused and dedicated, this student maintained a career focused at the highest levels throughout his training. In recognition of dedication to program, Andrew J. Smith. And next, an award goes to the student best described by the phrase above and beyond. Entering YTI with no prior experience, this student continually researched more than the required, served as a resource to his classmates, and after obtaining a part-time job, proceeded to bring those experiences back to his classmates and share them to help them. It was certainly no surprise that he achieved universal certification on his EPA exam on the very first attempt. In recognition of high achievement, David J. Miller. Thank you. At this time, we have a 3rd award, and what I would like to do is I'd like to introduce Mr. Jeff Muma, who is one of the officers with RSES, the Refrigerator Service Engineers Society, to make the presentation. Jeff?
Good evening. I had no idea that I was going to have such a large captive audience tonight. This is kind of a first for our organization. The Refrigeration Service Engineers Society, probably to a lot of people, you know absolutely nothing about it. Like I say, if I'd have known I had such a crowd here, I could have brought a book and filled you all in on it. I'd love to do that. But anyway, for those in the HVAC classes, if they haven't already, they will understand and know of the organization. And my personal involvement with the HVAC class goes back a few years as I got involved from an advisory standpoint, and then at that point we also brought the organization into it. We feel strongly about YTI and particularly the HVAC class because when the RSES was started back in the 1930s, a lot of the reason for its come to be was because there was no technical schools and places for the people to go to get this kind of knowledge. So a few guys got together and brought together the Refrigeration Service Engineers Society. And today we carry this on, and our motto is better service through knowledge. And we are trying to work with not only YTI, but a couple other vo-tech schools in the area to make it possible for them, after they go through these classes, that they have some place to turn to continue their education and have some connection to the latest technology and just the new businesses that are coming into this field. And fortunately, this is the first time that I've had the opportunity to be part of this program. But each year we pick, or we don't ourselves personally, YTI picks a student of the year, and the Central PA chapter of RSES presents that outstanding student with a $100 gift certificate to a local supply house and a 1-year free membership to the organization. And tonight, I would like to honor Douglas E. Nemtuda. Would you please come up? Outstanding job. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Doug, and thank you, Jeff. Okay. To the graduating class, as a YTI student, your instructor was your driver, the courseware was your car, and your energy and your efforts provided the fuel and the gas. Now that you're leaving YTI and starting your new careers, you have a new driver and a new car. But how far you go and how successful you come will still depend on how much gas you put into it. From all the staff and the faculty, best wishes, and once again, congratulations. And I'd like to bring Mrs. Getz back to the podium now for the travel tourism program.
Okay, congratulations, travel graduates. As you enter your journey of serving the travelers of the world, I'd like to share a very old piece by Sir Colin Marshall, CEO of that other airline that flies to London. He prayed one time, "Heavenly Father, look down on us, your humble, obedient tourist servants who are doomed to travel this earth, taking photographs, sending postcards, and buying souvenirs. We beseech you, O Lord, to see that our plane is not hijacked, our luggage is not lost, and our overweight baggage goes unnoticed. Give us this day divine guidance in our selection of hotels. We pray that the telephones work and that the operators speak our language. Lead us to good, inexpensive restaurants where the wine is included in the price of the meal. Give us the wisdom to tip correctly in currencies that we do not understand. Make the natives love us for what we are and not what we contribute to their economy. Grant us the strength to visit the museums, cathedrals, palaces, and if we skip a historic monument to take a nap after lunch, have mercy on us, for our flesh is weak. Dear God, protect our wives from bargains they don't need or can't afford. Lead them not into temptation, for they know not what they do. Almighty God, keep our husbands from looking at foreign women and comparing them to us. Okay? Save them from making fools of themselves in nightclubs. Above all, please do not forgive them for their trespasses, for they know exactly what they do. And when our voyage is over, grant us the favor of finding someone who will look at our holiday snaps and listen to our stories so our lives as tourists will not have been in vain. Amen. These are your clients. Serve them well. I'd like to introduce travel staff, Dawn Slode and Kelly Hawes. And if the travel tourism graduates may please stand. Melinda Sue Bailey. April E. Bowmaster. Autumn J. Cooper. Trisha A. Doughton. Tracy M. Doan. Lisa M. Dressler. Tammy D. Engel. Amber M. Fluke. Heidi Elizabeth Fry. Denise Carol Hayes. Denise J. Keating. Jennifer A. Clunk. Sanja A. Nicely. Sandra J. Lockman. Connie Louise Nault. Kimberly Ann Rank. Linda A. Reed. Angela S. Rhodes. Christy Renee Schmidt. Marcia D. Sidwell. Deborah A. Sloan.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Heather L. Smith. Amy Smythe. Wendy J. Stuber. Timothy C. Walton. Sarah Lynn Young. On behalf of the staff, some special awards to announce. This individual began the search for a new career very early in first term. Participating in a number of informational interviews to aid in determining a career path led this individual to an exciting position full of responsibilities and possibilities. In addition, this individual displayed outstanding achievement in classroom studies, which provided the educational basis for this new career. Congratulations to Linda Reed for her dedication to career search. Two additional awards that the graduates were unable to be with us this evening. One goes to Michael Coltrider for outstanding achievement, and to Luis Marrero for dedication and commitment to career training. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations, travel graduates, and beware of falling pizzas. Or should I say flying pizzas? Okay. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Harold Maley, the president of York Technical Institute, who will present the President's Award.
Thank you. This evening, I'm proud to honor a graduate who has been selected by the faculty to receive the President's Award. This award is given to the student who demonstrates superior commitment, enthusiasm, and leadership while attending YTI. This evening's recipient is graduating from the Computer-Aided Drafting and Design program with a 4.0 grade point average. This graduate has served as a representative to the Association of Student Representatives, a member of the American Drafting and Design Association, and was selected as Student of the Term on 2 occasions. Instructors describe this individual as self-determined, a role model, and someone who does everything right. This evening's award recipient was recently employed as a CAD operator at Hurley Vega Industries, working on microwave communications equipment. It's my pleasure to present the President's Award to Laura Ann Krause.
Now, I know you're all very anxious to continue on with the evening, but just a few final parting words. I'd like to share with you an excerpt from the recent bestseller, The Language of Letting Go. Our relationship with ourselves is the most important relationship we need to maintain. The quality of that relationship will determine the quality of our other relationships. When we tell ourselves how we feel and accept our feelings, we can tell others. When we accept what we want and need, we'll be ready to have our wants and needs met. When we can accept what we think and believe and accept what's important to us, we can relay this to others. When we learn to take ourselves seriously, others will too. When we learn to trust ourselves, we will be trustworthy. When we've learned to stand on our own 2 feet, we're ready to stand next to someone else. Graduates, congratulations. Best wishes with your career endeavors. Officially now, you're a York Technical Institute graduate and alumni. You may return to York Technical Institute to use the alumni services if in pursuit of a new position or desire to relocate. If you want to brush up, you're invited to sit in on classes. Also, please do keep in touch. We want to hear from you and keep abreast of your career progress. Congratulations and good night.